Namaste, welcome everyone. Welcome. So lovely to see you all. So let's come onto our mats and have available to us what we need, whether we need any props. I welcome the use of props. So you probably won't have these sort of cork blocks at home, but large books will do, low footstool, a low table, the end of a chair, the end of a sofa, a dog that you can lean on, anything that you can reach for that will bring the earth up to you, or you can stabilize and use as a foundation. And also perhaps have available a blanket that's folded. You can sit on it when we're sitting in Sukhasana, or you can fold it and place it underneath your knees when we happen to be on our knees on the mat. And this will protect areas that might feel sensitive, that you just want to take a little bit of extra care over. So today is International Trans Day of Visibility, and I am honoring and celebrating Trans Day of Visibility because so many of our trans and non-binary family experience discrimination, violence, oppression. And it's really distressing that we're not in a society where people are able to completely express their own identities, have sovereignty over their bodies, and have autonomy in how they express their gender or their expression of their self. So today's practice is going to be really focusing on connecting to our Manipur chakra. This is where our sense of identity sits, who we are, our sense of self. And the Manipur chakra is also known as the dwelling place of the jewel being the self. So it's going to be a little bit of a fiery practice. Know that when we take action and we want to uplift, elevate, and support those who have less privilege, power, and influence than we do, then we need to step forward and take action. And recognize the humanity in each of us and be inclusive and welcoming of that humanity from a place of compassion, love, understanding. And our mudra for today, so if we bring all of our fingers, tips of our fingers together, so mudra means hand gesture. And we adopt hand gestures in order to direct and convey energy, and also to bring us back into our practice should we start drifting off and thinking about things other than where we are in this present moment. So all of your fingertips together, you can see my fingers are quite spread wide, and this is Hakini Mudra. And then we can bring that in front of our Manipur chakra. Manipur chakra, if we want to locate it anywhere, is this area above the navel, the solar plexus, below the sort of diaphragm. Our mantra, or the words in Sanskrit that we are going to chant today, is Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. And this is the seed or the Bij mantra for Shiva Shakti. And Shiva Shakti are the forms in which gender identity is fluid. It's not fixed, it's non-binary. And this idea that gender is fluid, or is understanding that there is neither man nor woman in those fixed states. They can be, of course, but that is not the only understanding, the only interpretation of energy that is transmitted in the human form. And so we'll be honoring that spirit of this tradition in South Asia of having this encompassing and all-welcoming vision of what it means to be human. Ardha Nashvarya, Ardha Narishvara. Ardha Narishvara means the Shiva Shakti deity in that duality, in that combination. Closing your eyes, gazing down at the earth, if you choose. Hakini Mudra at the Manipur chakra. And as you breathe into this place at the very center of you, the very core of you. Hear this seat of transformation, this seat of identity in which the element of fire, Agni, burns brightly to give you the confidence, the willpower, the determination, the strength and courage you need in order to drive forward in life, in order to self-determine, in order to increase your sense of self-confidence and self-esteem, irrespective of how others may try to contain you, to limit you, to reduce you. This fire that burns at the very heart of us drives us into a place of transformation, internal and external, so that our external and our internal are aligned, are harmonious. That how we feel on the inside, we are able to express on the outside without judgment, without discrimination. So as usual, I invite you to think of an affirmation in a language of your choice that is accessible to you, or you can chant with me, Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. The invocation of Ardha Narishvara, the Shiva Shakti, the duality of Shiva and Shakti, and all expressions in between and beyond. 3 times, and then we'll open by chanting Om 3 times. So either repeating your own mantra or joining in with me. I'll do call and response. Om Hreem Hakani Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakani Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakani Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakani Devayaa. Last time, call and response. Om Hreem Hakani Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakani Devayaa. Om Namaste and welcome, yogis. Welcome. This is how we bring activism and justice to our mat, so that when we're on our mat, we are not simply focusing on our own path in life and whether our path through life is easy, but to think about the path and the journey of others who may experience hurdles, obstacles, and barriers on their path. That sometimes we are able to support, that we have a voice, and that we can take action. The sense of power and identity we can foster and cultivate on our mat. And that power and identity we can take off our mat and use for social good and social change and justice. So let's plant our fingertips on the earth. So this sort of Hakini Mudra that we have here, let's plant those fingertips on the earth, fingers spread wide. Take a breath in, engage your core by drawing in the navel, the belly button towards the spine. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, let's reach up and over to the left. Inhale through center, reach up and over through the right. 3 times in both directions, moving with your breath. So reach up before you reach over. This will help you to elongate through the side. Last time. And we'll finish over on the right. Back to center. Bring those fingertips to the earth. Let's walk our hands behind us. So stay up on your fingertips. Let me just move my bolster so you can turn. Walk them all the way behind you. As close as you can. Drawing your shoulder blades together. This will open your heart space, lift from the sternum, lift your chin, lift your gaze. Up towards the ceiling, the sky. Take a full breath in, engage your core here. Zip up through this midline. And think about who you are. What is your identity? How confident are you within your own identity? What personal autonomy and sovereignty do you have in being able to express who you are? As you exhale, we're going to fold forward. So walk your fingertips all the way to the front and then bring your eyebrow center down towards the earth. You may be quite high up or you may be quite low down. Maintain the connection between your sit bones and the earth. Take a full breath or 2 here. As you inhale, rise up, walk your hands behind you, lift your heart. Exhaling, bring your fingertips forward, fold forward. Walk your hands as far away from you as you can. From here, bring your fingertips down to the earth. Come up onto your knees. Knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touch. Place your right hand in the middle of the mat underneath your heart space. Draw your left fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, thread that left arm underneath you, coming into twist here. So you're threading the needle here. Right fingertips, walk the hand as far forward as you can go. Come up onto your fingertips so you're cupping your palms. One breath here. Walk your right hand back towards you. Reach up with your left fingertips. Exhale. Let's take the right fingertips up towards the sky. Thread your right arm underneath your body. Bring your right shoulder near to the mat and walk your left hand as far forward as you can. Cupping your fingertips, cupping your palms so that your fingertips are connected to the earth. Your sit bones are near your heels. Your knees are as wide as your mat. One more breath. Bring your left hand back towards your body. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky. Exhale, both hands to the earth. Take a moment here. Now, from here, we're going to bring our forearms to the earth. Keep your tailbone lifted here. So we're going to come into a variation of heart opener. Normally, we have our knees underneath our hips, but this time we're going to keep our knees as wide as our mat. Big toes touching, and walk your hands as far forward as feels comfortable for you. If it doesn't feel comfortable to have both hands forward, fold in one elbow and extend the other arm long. So your knees are as wide as the mat, big toes touching. Lots of space here in your lower body. Your heart is melting down towards the earth. Both arms extended or one arm extended and the other folded. Eyebrow center, resting on the back of your folded arm or directly on the earth. Take a breath or two here. And then if you have one arm extended, re-extend, fold in the opposite arm and then extend the arm that was folded so that you're balancing this with both hands reaching forward. You can even cup your palms here so you come up onto your fingertips. So you hear, especially if you come up on your fingertips, you will feel space. Your core is engaged. You'll feel space in the lower body. You'll feel space in the upper body. The space to express yourself. If you have one arm folded, let's bring both arms in. We're going to tuck our toes. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. And then let's come into mountain. Walk your feet a little bit wider now. Coming into your mountain Parvatasan. Engage your core. We're going to come into a little twist here. Now, if it feels too much to be on your toes, you can always come down onto your knees, yogis. We're going to shift the weight to the left hand and reach our right arm underneath us and take hold of our right leg anywhere that right hand reaches. And look underneath your left armpit. Remember here, you can be on your knees and just reach through with your right arm. One breath here, beginning to feel the fire, especially rising up. Release that right hand. Let's go the other way. Left hand reaches underneath your body, takes hold of the outside of your right leg, or if you're on your knees, reach your left arm underneath your body towards your feet. Look underneath your right armpit. One more breath. Release your hand. If you're on your knees, let's rise up. Meet in mountain. Pedal your feet. Sway your hips. Take your time here. And then let's walk our feet, our hands all the way back towards our feet. So we're coming into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Then I'm turning so you can see me. Walk your hands right underneath you. Forward fold here. Have a soft bend or a deep bend in your knees. You may not be able to see because I've got my baggy pants on today. I want you to wear pink and blue for my trans family. Now, let's walk our hands over to the left. So we come into a twist over to the left foot. So outside of the left foot, as you can see, I'm walking on my fingertips. If your hands aren't reaching all the way to the earth, remember you could be hanging here and simply take your hands to the outside of your left leg. You don't need to make this hard on ourselves. You can bend deeply into your knees to bring your hands to the earth. Walk your hands back through center, all the way over to the right. And so you'll feel this stretch along the back of your legs. You'll feel the twist here at your core. One breath back to center. Bend into your knees. Let's come into Molassen squat pose just for a moment. Hands in Hakini Mudra at the heart. Remember your squat. You can sit directly on the floor, on the ground. You can place a low footstool there, or your blocks, and sit on your low footstool or blocks. It's very comfortable sitting on blocks. And have all of your fingertips together. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Honoring Ardhanashvara Narishvara. Ardhanarishvara. Thinking about all this space, you see what we're doing here. Hakini Mudra is associated with concentration and focus, but also inclusion, inclusivity. So you can see all the space, which is welcoming and embracing. We're forming an umbrella here, an umbrella that welcomes all identities. One more breath here in Muladhara, this Molassen, which is really grounding and rooting us. Now, maintain your core that's engaged. We're going to rise here, maintain your Hakini Mudra, engage, 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 rise up very slowly. If you need to bring your hands to the earth, bring your hands to the earth. And then heel toe, feet together in your Hakini Mudra at the center here. We're going to take a big step forward with the right foot. So take a moment here to really position yourself with your left foot into the earth so that you don't come off balance. Peel your right foot off the earth and step forward. Now you might come onto the ball of that right foot, or you might keep that, the left foot, or you keep that foot lifted or on the earth. Yogi's choice here. Now you'll notice here we're in a pyramid pose. So if your foot is lifted, you might want to step back slightly so that you have less space. Remember, the wider you take your feet, the more stable your pyramid base. Begin to lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Zip up through the midline. Take a moment here. As you exhale, let's hinge forward from the hips, crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. One breath here. Exhale, release the right fingertips down towards the earth. Left hand can stay on the hips, or you can reach up towards the sky, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. You can have a bend in that right knee. You can also have a block or a footstool here. Your hand can be resting on your leg. So we can be in lots of different places here. One breath here. Bend into that right knee. Inhale, reach forward with that right arm. Coming into Warrior Two. Veerabhadrasana. You might need to shuffle that foot forward slightly so you have a bit more space. Be powerful here, warriors. One breath here. Drop your left hand onto your right thigh. Reach up and over with the right arm. One breath here. Cartwheel the right hand up and over. Bring your left hand to the earth. Rotate on the ball of your left foot. Low lunge here. You can plant your left hand, or you can keep your fingertips on the earth. Reach up with your right arm, coming into a twist here. Gazing up. Push out through the heel of that left foot. You can always bring that left knee to the earth. Yogi's choice. One more here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. We're going to step forward with the left foot to meet the right foot. Now let's heel toe, shuffle our feet out so they're as wide as the mat. Forward fold here. Let's walk our hands over to the left, coming into this little twist here. Inhale, hands to center. Walk over to the right. Back to center. Bend into your knees. Let's come into Malasana Yogi squat. Hands in Hakini Mudra. Again, you can have a block here to sit on. Your footstool to sit on. Yogi's choice. I express myself fully. I am supported by a foundation of welcome, of compassion, of empathy, of acceptance, of non-judgment, of openness, of embrace. We're going to rise up from here. So engage your core. Maintain your Hakini Mudra if you wish. You need to power through your thighs here to rise up. Hakini Mudra here at the solar plexus and Manipur chakra, gazing ahead. Heel toe, your feet together. We're going to step back with the right foot now here. So plant through with the left foot again. Peel off the right heel and step back long. So we're coming into pyramid pose with the left leg in front this time. So if you step back and you have your ball on the foot, ball on the earth rather, drop your heel and perhaps shuffle it. You want to have your foot at a 45-degree-ish angle. Your feet can be as wide as your mat to give you more stability. Palms in front of the solar plexus with your Hakini Mudra. Begin to lift your gaze up for a moment. You see here the expansion. Take a moment. Bend into your knee if you need to. We're going to hinge forward from the hips halfway. One more breath here. Drop your left fingertips down towards the earth. Inhale, reach up with your right hand. Coming into Utkatasan on this side. Did we do it on this side before? No, we didn't. Just want to check because I kind of lose my place. One more here. Bend into that left knee. Let's rise up in Warrior Two. Veerabhadrasana. So pushing out to the outer edge of your right foot. Your left foot is stable. Your left knee is aligned above your left ankle. It doesn't matter if it goes over, that's fine. Just makes it more stable if you have your knee aligned with your ankle, but you're still strong and stable there. One more breath here. Drop your right hand up and over with your left arm. Shanti Warrior. Cartwheel your hands through the air. Come, rotate onto the ball of your right foot, coming into low lunge. Right palm on the earth or on a block, or your left fingers there. Inhale, draw your right fingers there, left hand up towards the sky. Remember, you can drop your right knee to the earth here if you wish. One more breath. Let's step forward. Actually, let's step back from here. And let's come into mountain. One breath here. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Coming back into your forward fold here. Inhale. Let's uncurl our spine one vertebra at a time to rise up. Take a moment here. Connect with your breath. Having this moment of understanding that even where we may have the power and privilege to choose to self-determine, to choose how we show up in the world, sometimes the world isn't ready or open-minded enough. And so what can we do for each other to ensure that we create a safe space for those who have connected with their sense of identity or have become confident enough to express their identity, empowered to express their identity? How can we ensure that they can move through the world safely? What can we do? What can we, the actions can we take? Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. I can stand up I can stand up as an ally. I can label transphobia where I see it, where I witness it. I can seek out trans-inclusive training, policies and procedures in the environments that I work in. One full breath here. And then releasing your hands. Let's reach up and over. Interlace all your fingers, extend your thumb, extend your index and cross your thumbs. This is a Kallie Mudra. Now Kallie goddess, the Kallie deity, transformed into the masculine and transformed into the feminine at her choosing. Represented as man and woman. We're inhaling, extending over to the left, over to the right with our breath. Chandrasan. Connecting between the multiple facets of who we are, the multiple aspects of our personalities, our characters, our traits. One last time, back to center. Exhale, keep your hands in Kallie Mudra at the heart. We're going to step forward with the right foot. Again, left foot behind. Bend into the right knee. Inhale, reach hands above your crown. This is Warrior One, Veerabhadrasana. As you exhale, rotate on the ball of your left foot. Reach forward with your hands. Come onto the toes. We're going to hop into Warrior Three here, or keep the left toes on the earth. And if reaching forward begins to feel destabilizing, release your hands and hold onto a wall. So you can reach forward with one hand is supporting you on the wall here. So you can see, I take advantage of my door frame. Or you keep your toes, left toes on the earth. Wherever you are. One more breath. Exhale, bring your left foot forward. You might wobble into it. Bend into your knees. Come into Utkatasan, strong pose. Maintain your mudra at the heart here. Exhale over to the left. Perhaps you hook your right elbow over your left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. Left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, center, rise up. Exhale, hands over to the left. to center, to the right, back to center. Let's go 3 times in each direction, connecting with both sides, really drawing up through the midline here, reaching up towards the sky through your Kali Mudra. The ability to transform into the expression of yourself that you choose. And then on the final round, back to center, bring your hands back towards your solar plexus or your heart, wherever it feels comfortable. And now you know we're going the other way, so we're going to step back with the right foot this time. So switch, locate the weight into your left leg. Step back long with the right foot. Bring the heel to the earth. So let's come into standing pyramid first. So my right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Take a moment here. Let's bend into that left knee. And come into warrior one. You need to adjust. Please feel free to adjust the leg that's behind you. Arms reaching up towards the sky. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot. We're reaching forward with our Kali Mudra. Hop your right foot forward, and then wherever you are, right toes can stay on the earth, hands reaching back. You can take hold of a wall or put your hands on your sofa here. My sofa's just there. Your hands can be reaching forward in your Kali Mudra, yogi's choice. And if you fall out, come back into your balance. Your left leg can have a bend in the knee. You might be making micro adjustments with your foot so you can see, you can wobble. You have so many bones in your foot that will help you balance. One more breath, and then bring your right foot forward to meet the left. Come into your chair pose. So sit back with your sit bones, bend into your knees. Imagine you're holding a block between your thighs. Kali Mudra here. Utkatasan chair pose or strong pose. Let's exhale over to the right. Hook that right elbow over there. That left elbow over the right knee. Inhale to center. Let's go over to the other side. Back to center. Take a moment. Inhale to rise up. Told you you're going to be feeling the firepower today. Reconnect with the rhythm of your breath. Notice the flow of your breath, the ebb and flow, the rise and fall. One more breath here. From here, we're going to step back this time with our left foot and then turn both our toes to the long side of our mat. Your feet fairly wide. Let's come back into our Hakini Mudra. Hakini Mudra, this mudra for focus, for concentration, for connects really to our third eye, the Agni chakra, because it allows us to see and have vision. And within that vision, we are inclusive and embracing. That we recognize that other people's rights don't threaten or undermine our rights when we all act with responsibility. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend into your knees. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, bend into your knees. Let's flow like this, reaching up and reaching out. Bending and straightening through the knees. If you wish, you can, even when you rise up, you can come up onto the balls of your feet. So you can add in extra heat and fire here to give you purpose, to give you the power to self-determine, the power to transform not only yourself, but your community. Last one. Let's hold, rise up, and let's hold here. If you come up onto the balls of your toes, find your balance here. Bring your hands together in Hakini Mudra above your crown. Exhale, bend into your knees. Devayaa pose here. Fingers in Hakini Mudra. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. This is our Ardha Narishvara practice, connected to the solar plexus. Wow, I'm really warm. Release your hands, bring them to your thighs. And let's sway from left to right here. For a couple of breaths, and then we're going to come into a twist here. So we're just loosening up here. Now we're going to twist over to the right. So as we do that, we take the left hand to the inside of that left knee, turn that left shoulder forward, open the heart and spiral it to the back and lift our gaze. So you'll see that I'm using my hands on my legs to give me some added resistance, gazing up towards the sky. Inhale back to center. Let's go the other way. And perhaps you really come down a little bit lower, right shoulder forward, spiraling your heart over to the left. Inhale to center. Whoa. Straighten through your legs. You can heel toe or jump to the center. And then when you get there, shake out your legs. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see where I'm going. I'm going to need a shower after my practice. One breath here. So we take these pauses to realign with our breath, to realign with our intention and the purpose of our practice. So today, Trans Day of Visibility, we want to connect not only with our right to express our identities, but to think about how others may be limited or prevented or oppressed from expressing their identities. And how can we celebrate, uplift, see those stories, see and hear the voices. Now from here, we're going to come into what is called the Tribhanga posture. Tribhanga posture is the posture that you see when Shiva Shakti form are aligned. And then that alignment or that integration or that duality and all expressions within and beyond that duality is called Ardha half Narishvara. So that's a really simple way of expressing ideas that perhaps were not as evolved as we have a better understanding of that today. But understanding that these ideas of the two-spirit people or ideas of the fluidity have been known to wisdom traditions long ago. And it is only often through colonialism, that gender essentialism and these really binary ideas of what it means to be man or woman came about in order to allocate power, essentially. So for this posture, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up our right foot, come up onto our right foot and come up onto the ball of the right foot. And then we're going to turn our head over to the left. So turn our head over to the left. So you push your hips out. So your right foot is forward, right knee out. You push your hips over to the left, your shoulders over to the right, and then you turn your head up towards the left to look up. And this is often the posture that you might see Ardha Narishvara in. We'll keep the Hakini Mudra for today because this is an umbrella mudra that is inclusive and embracing and welcoming. So you really are pushing out that left hip over to the left. You are balancing here almost on the ball of your right foot. So you could lift that left leg and this right leg will still be really balanced and connected. Shoulders over to the right, gaze up over to the left. One more breath here. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Inhale back to center. Oh, that's a really good stretch there. And we're going to do it the other way, just as a counter pose. So bring your left foot slightly forward, come onto the ball of your left foot. Really poke out that left knee. So this time we're going to take the hips over to the right, shoulders over to the left, and take our gaze over to the right. So we're sort of almost zigzagging our body. You might find it easier to go one way than the other. I do, because I've got a little bit of a sore back here where years and years ago, my lower back, where I had my horrible epidural. One more breath here. Inhale back to center, shake it all out. We're going to come down to the earth. So you can take your knees out wide and come down through your Molassen Mudra, your Molassen and your Hakini Mudra. And when you get down to the earth, let's come onto our sit bones. Take a moment here. So lengthen through the crown here. Draw your shoulder blades together, open across your heart, engage your core, draw the navel in. And then let's come into our Kallie Mudra here. So you can do this from Hakini Mudra. You can transition into Kallie Mudra. And we're going to do a little twist here. So inhaling from center, and then let's exhale over to the left, reaching forward, back to center, over to the right, back to center, and begin to lower your back so you can feel your core engaging. So you may be quite high up, or you may end up going quite low. It really helps if someone is holding your feet here. Whoa, one more. If you're near the sofa, you can always put your feet under the sofa and then back to center. And now let's go all the way down towards the earth. Bring your heels up towards you. Take a moment here. And today I thought we could practice shoulder stand. So if you haven't got very much experience of yoga, then I'm going to invite you to come to legs in the air. So I'm just going to give myself lots of space. So legs in the air is tucking your knees in towards you and then reaching your toes up towards the sky. Toes pointing up. And you want to come to an angle with your legs where it feels like your feet are just hanging out. Doesn't feel like an effort to have them up there. Arms away from your body. If you want to transition into shoulder stand, Shavasana, you can do half variation or full variation. So inhale, engage your core. Inhale, bring your knees up towards your heart and immediately support your lower back. And then you can extend your legs here. So this could be half shoulder stand. If you wish to progress, walk your hands closer towards your shoulder blades. Engage your core. Keep looking up towards your toes and then reach up with one leg and then with the other leg. So you'll be in different places here, yogis. You could be here, in half shoulder stand. You could be with legs up in the air. Vipariti Karini. So you'll be in different places. Wherever you are, keep looking up towards the ceiling sky. Keep your chin tucked in if you're in shoulder stand. Keep supporting your back if you're comfortable here. And if you wish here, you can open out your legs into a V. You can scissors them here, scissor them so they walk backwards and forwards. You can bring the soles of your feet together so you come into a butterfly variation, Baddha variation with your lower legs. And yogi's choice. And when you're ready to come out, bend into your knees and bring them in towards your eyebrow center. And then place your hands on the earth and your arms on the earth, and then slowly uncurl your spine. You can use your arms as almost as a brace to brace the unrolling of your spine. And then you can come down to the earth in that way. Another way to come in down to the earth is to lower and then lower your spine and then stretch out with your legs extended and come down towards the earth. Wherever you are, lie down on your back with your legs extended to realign your spine, always moving with care. There are often many videos on YouTube that can give you step by step how to do shoulder stand. However, the best place to learn how to do a shoulder stand is in a class with a teacher, because they will be able to keep you safe and recognize when you're overextending yourself. Now that's the disadvantage of doing online yoga. From here, we're going to move into Matsyasana, fish pose. Fish pose is the counterbalance to shoulder stand, Shavasana. In shoulder stand, we tend to have the chin tucked in towards the throat. So that's the Jalandhar, there's a lock there. So then we open up the throat, the Vishuddha chakra, with Matsyasana, fish pose. So bend into your knees now. Lift your sit bones and place your hands, palms face down underneath your sit bones. So your hands are underneath you, flat on the earth, side by side, like this. And then extend your legs long. Engage your core by drawing in your navel towards your spine. That zips up your midline. Bring your elbows in towards each other and then inhale, keep your chin tucked and lift yourself onto your forearms and then walk your elbows in towards each other. Keep your chin tucked here. Now, yogi's choice here. You can stay here or you can begin to lift your gaze and then lower the top of your head, the crown, down towards the earth. You can always have a cushion there. Your throat will open here. You will come back slightly on your forearms. Your chest is domed. Your core is engaged. Your legs are extended. Now, if you practice Matsyasana, fish pose often, you can lift your legs off the earth. Or keep your legs connected with the earth. I'll offer to you the choice. The throat is open, the Vishuddha chakra is open here. So if we think about our identity and we connect with our sense of identity and we then want to express our identity, often the way that we can express or communicate our identity is by working on the Vishuddha chakra. So Manipur chakra to build your sense of identity, your confidence, your self-determination, the transformative power, and then the Vishuddha chakra to be able to express and communicate that identity to others in a way that is empowering to you and reflective and honoring of yourself. And also the Vishuddha chakra enables us to listen with more care. We're going to come out of Matsyasana now. And to do this, again, we want to move with safety here. Inhale, tuck your chin in towards your throat first. Maybe you bend into your knees and then lower onto your back and slide your hands out from underneath you. Again, allow your spine to realign here. I'm going to move into our twist. So for our twist today, let's cross the right ankle onto the left knee. So you create a figure of 4. And then very gently lower the right knee down towards the earth. And you'll notice that you come onto the big toe side of your left foot. Your knee will probably be a little way off the earth. It doesn't need to connect with the earth. The aim here is to keep your shoulders connected with the earth. This is an open twist here. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Honoring Ardhanarishvara. Ardhanarishvara. Recognizing the ability to have Swaraj, self-rule, sovereignty, autonomy over the self through the Manipur chakra. Inhaling now, bring your legs back to center. Move slowly. Use your hands if you need. And then let's uncross the legs and cross the left ankle on the right knee. And with care, release the left knee down towards the earth, coming into this open twist. Supta Matsyendrasana to the left. Manipur chakra determines how the world sees you and how you see yourself, so that you can strive to bring alignment and harmony to that perspective. And we know that that isn't always easy because of fear, prejudice, or bigotry. And it is often less harmful for those who have privilege and power and influence to challenge that bigotry, prejudice, and harm, because there's less risk to those. So for those of us who are cisgender, then we are in a position of privilege, and that we have the right. We have the rights that are accorded to us by societal norms, but then also the responsibilities that we have as compassionate beings to support the rights of our trans community, our trans and MB community. Inhale back to center. Uncross your leg and reach out with both legs and rest here in Shavasana for a moment. Allow all of your joints to soften and relax. The feet, legs, hips, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, head, and neck. Drop down into the sense of self. This jewel, this gem that is at the heart of who you are. That is burnished by fire, transformative fire. Inhaling. Begin to draw in your knees towards you. Roll gently on your lower back from side to side. And then let's roll over onto one side to rise up into your easy seat, your Utkatasan. Give yourself a little shake, like Piero did. Let's close our practice by chanting our mantra or repeating our personal affirmation in our own home language 3 times, and then closing with Om Shanti. And for each Shanti, let's offer up Shanti, peace, to our trans family, to our trans siblings. Inhale fully. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Hreem Hakini Devayaa. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad, dhanyavad. Thank you, yogis, for joining me today. Thoroughly appreciate you being here. Go out and do the good work for supporting your communities. You hear Piero? He agrees. Go out, speak up, represent the rights of those who are being oppressed. Thank you, my lovelies. I'm going to unmute you all. Go find a little.
Thank you, Kallie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my darlings. Thank you. That worked.
Thank you.